Hey Dad, I need some help.
What do you need help with?
I want to bash it like Kevin Talbot.
Oh, well,
What am
that's easy. Because all you need to do to bash it like Kevin Talbot, throw some money at it. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Hey Dad, I need some help.
What do you need help with?
I want to bash the RC car like RC car garage.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's easy. Duct tape, zippy ties, $5. That should do it. All right, welcome back. So, today I've got the TRAXXAS T-MAXX Classic 2.5 on the bench. Went ahead and got the 3.3 cleaned up. We're going to get that out and break-ins done with that. But I want to get them out together. So I still got to finish the break-in on this one, but I've been having seems like a lean condition to me. And I believe it's related to the fuel. I'm sure that I'm pretty close on the tune, but I want it more reliable than on the leaner side. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to switch over the fuel to 20%. I've been using TRAXXAS's 33%. So I'm going to get this fuel out of here, and I'm going to get the settings back to factory, and then from there we're going to start the tuning process all over again. Well, not even the tuning process, the break-in process. So once I get it running good on the bench, enough to where I have control of the RC, when I put it on the ground, that's what I'm looking for. A lot of people are saying, and even like TRAXXAS' break-in, is throw some fuel in it, get it idling for a minute, throw it on the ground, do quarter trigger pulls, and keep adjusting it. And that is one way to break it in. The way I like to do it is to make sure that I can get it idling properly without engaging the transmission, with it stopping, without me losing control of the RC. Because I don't need it to go lean and keep revving up and then engaging the trans and doing this bucking thing. It's honestly very irritating. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get the fuel out of this thing. The 33% fuel that's in it. We're going to get that stuff out of it. Some people were saying to just switch over the type of fuel because TRAXXAS fuel sucks. But I figure if TRAXXAS can get it running good on this fuel, I should be able to too. I mean, this is what TRAXXAS recommends, and if I have a problem, at least I'm knowing, at least because these are new, they're not used RCs, TRAXXAS will warranty out whatever I'm doing because I'm using what they're telling me to use. At least their fuel. So I'm just trying to get everything I can out of it. And then I have the bottles labeled so I know what fuel is what. A lot of people say whatever fuel you break in your RC with, just stick to that. And I think once you have it tuned, it's probably the safe way of doing it. But the way I feel is this RC, it's not as close as I'd like it to be anyway. At this point, I should be a lot closer in the way that this RC is running. And another thing I noticed about the Classic is that it has Phillips screws everywhere versus the 3.3. It has Allen wrenches. So that's one thing you have to keep in mind is when buying the Classic, yes, it's cheaper, but you're also getting that cheaper hardware. Just remember that, where the 3.3 T-MAXX definitely uses better hardware. It uses the Allen hardware. I'm just not a big fan of the Phillip head screws that are everywhere on this RC. So I'm gonna get these batteries changed out. Like I said, I bought new batteries yesterday, and because I spent a lot of time tuning these things on the bench, I just want to have fresh batteries in it while I'm running these things on the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in some new batteries to this thing. Then we're going to get outside and we're going to try to idle this thing some more and get it to rev up normal and get the transmission to engage normal. It wasn't that far off, but it's far enough to raise concern with me. So especially getting it on the ground to run it around. I did run it once on the ground. Reverse did work, but it was starting to have a bucking thing towards the end there, which I didn't like. It had a very high idle, and I noticed on camera people were telling me that the idle sounds high on my 3.3, and it is a little high. It's not that high because the transmission's not engaged, but it's high enough to where I'd like the idle a little bit lower. So we got some batteries in it, we got some fuel in it. I'll catch you guys outside. Well, I should probably set the fuel mixtures back to where they should be, because, well, I mean, we can always fire it out there and do it that way. Because I want to say I had this low speed needle cranked up pretty good, but we'll see. We'll get it outside, we'll see how far off the tune is, or just changing the fuel is going to richen it up enough to where it's going to run good. But I'll catch you guys outside. Be right back. All right, so we are outside. We're going to fire this thing up now that I switched over the fuel. I have not changed any settings. I was going to put it back to factory settings, but I'm curious, how lean or rich was I? If I was still on the lean side, then it'll fire right up. If I was on the super rich side, then the thing just won't fire up. So I'll be way off on the adjustments. So we got the standard TQ remote. Got new batteries in this. So got a couple of these starters here. And we're going to see how this thing does. Didn't fire it at all yesterday. So that was taking the high needle, turning it 3/4 lane. Low needle's exactly where it was. We're going to go ahead and try to get it to operating temperature. Right now it's 121 degrees. Outside temperature is 1/3 scene outside right now. We're almost at outside air temperature. It already seems like it's running better. Just so you guys know, pre-revving it like that is really not good for the motor, but it's what I do. So you can see how much fuel we've already used. Not having an idling problem at all right now. So it seems like our idle's pretty good. I'm gonna let this tank burn down to this line, then we're gonna start running it on the ground. We'll be right back. All right, we got it on the ground. Kicked into the second gear already. Gotta say, it's running way better. $211. I want to show you guys what the ground temperature is. Ground temperature is 138 degrees. 138 outside right now. We're still on the fat side. Shifting perfect. That's 3/4 trigger. I must say it runs way better with 20%. So I'd suggest on this one, man, this is running better than my 3.3. $217 degrees. Idle's perfect. No surging back and forth. Idle's a little high. $219. So you see it's a little fat sitting there idling. But we're already out of fuel. So there you go. Let me get you guys back onto the stand. All right, so there you go. As you see, fuel is down to the line where I like it. I don't want to run it out yet. So the tune's close enough to where I can take the 2.5 and I can take the 3.3 over to the park. I can start dialing in, leaning these things out, getting some more power, getting the idle set on them, and getting the 2-speed working properly. This one's really close, because as you see, the 2-speed's already kicking in perfectly. I might go ahead and make an adjustment and make the 2-speed kick on later, but we'll see when I run them over at the park. But this thing definitely, let me get it powered off. Don't want to kill the new batteries. But this thing definitely is running way better with the 20% fuel that TRAXXAS recommended. So I'm sure I can get it tuned on the 33%, but like I said, these are bashers for me. I don't need optimal top speed. It was actually ripping pretty good. To me, it was feeling like it was running better than my 3.3 as of yesterday. Now my 3.3 still has to be leaned out, like I said in the video, and a lot of people are telling me you got to lean it out. Well, that's what I said in the video, is that the tune's close enough to where I got the 5 tanks in that one and it's ready to be leaned out for power. Just trying to get the cylinder wall, getting the motor broke in, get that piston nice and loose into the cylinder so that nothing's binding, nothing's tight, that kind of stuff. But there we go. Comment down below. Was it a good choice switching over to 20%, or should I kept fighting with the 33% fuel that I still have? Or should I just order a bunch of Bones Brew like you know, some people are telling me to do? I know it's better fuel. I do have some better fuel, it's just older, and I do have a lot of TRAXXAS fuel. So I didn't have any, you know, 20% TRAXXAS fuel, because that's what I don't run that in my JATO. I run 33% in my JATO. So, or the Byron fuel, I run 30%, not 33%. But I've been running the Byron fuel and the TRAXXAS fuel both in my JATO and haven't had a problem with either of those two fuels. The Byron fuel does seem to run a little bit better, and so that's what I adjusted it on last time I ran it. But next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the JATO on the bench. I want to get the JATO fired up as well, because I haven't run it in a few months. And I want to do the brake mod that Hybrid was showing everybody. And on my 3.3, I definitely want to drill out the pipe, but I want to dial it in before I drill out the pipe to see if I can see a difference with drilling out the pipe. I do have a hump pack and a pipe coming for this one, so we will have to make that correction when that comes. I'm going to run this pipe, get this thing dialed in as much as I can until the hump pack shows up for both, and then I got a pipe for the 2.5. But there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching.